we're going to look at the standings right now and see where all these teams are and who's really has a good shot of making the playoffs here. And in the AL East, the Toronto Blue Jays are still leading, as we just discussed, 82 and 60. And the Yankees are right behind them at 79 and 63, 3 games back. And if the Yankees can pick up a win here today, then that should put them in much better position going into these two difficult series against Detroit and Boston to make a push for the top of the division. The Red Sox are right behind the Yankees, 4.5 out of first place at 78 and 65. Tampa Bay is 11 games out of first, 71 and 71. And Baltimore is 16 games out of first at 66 and 76. In the Central, Detroit has the lead at 82 and 62. The Royals are behind them 8.5 games back at 73 and 69. The Cleveland Guardians are 71 and 70, 10 games out of first. The Twins are 62 and 80, 19.5 out of first. And the White Sox, I think, have officially been eliminated, 28 games out of first place at 54 and 89. In the West, Houston has the lead in the division, 78 and 65. Seattle is next at 74 and 69, 3.5 out of first. Texas is 73 and 75 out of first. The Angels are 66 and 76, 11.5 out of first. And the A's are 66 and 77, 12 games out of first place. In the National League, before we get to the National League, the wild card right now is the Yankees have a 5-game lead in the wild card. Boston has a 3.5-game lead. Seattle is the line at 0. The Royals are 1.5 behind Seattle. Texas is 1.5 behind Seattle. Oh, the Royals are 1 behind Seattle, excuse me. And the Guardians are 2.5 behind Seattle for a wild card spot. The wild card race is heating up, and I think the Royals have a really good shot of getting themselves into the playoffs in a wild card spot if they can continue to build momentum through the rest of this season. It's going to be difficult for the Royals to do that, but I think they have a roster that can push themselves into a wild card spot. I don't think they're going to catch Detroit in the division, though, but it also is going to come down to how Houston ends up playing the rest of the way as well. In the National League, the Phillies have the lead in the East at 83 and 59. The Mets are 7 games back at 76 and 66. The Miami Marlins are 18 games back at 65 and 77. The Braves are 19 games out at 64 and 78. And the Nationals are 25.5 games back at 57 and 84. In the Central, Milwaukee has the lead and the best record in the MLB at 88 and 55. The Cubs are 81 and 61, 6.5 games behind Milwaukee. The Reds are 71 and 71, 16.5 out of the division. The Cardinals are 71 and 72, 17 games out of the division. And the Pirates are 64 and 79, 24 games out of the Central. The Dodgers are in the lead in the West as of now. They are 78 and 64. The Padres are 1 game back at 77 and 65. The Giants moved up to third. They are 72 and 76 games back. Arizona 72 and 71, 6.5 back. And the Rockies are 40 and 102, 38 games out of first place, and they're not making the playoffs. 40 and 102. That is awful. That is absolutely awful right now. Oh my gosh. The Rockies need to figure it out. I don't know what the Rockies need to do. They look terrible. Anyway, the National League wild card. The Cubs have a 5-game lead in the wild card. Padres have a 1-game lead. And the Mets are the line right now at 0. The Giants are 4 games behind the Mets. Arizona's 4.5 behind the Mets. And the Reds are 5 behind the Mets. So I think the NL wild card is pretty much set. I don't necessarily think the Giants are going to catch the Mets. I think they could. They have a decent team. They are starting to put some things together, put some wins together, but I really don't think that the Giants are going to be a team to worry about. The Diamondbacks could, but also I don't necessarily think they will be. It's tough to call right now, but I think that really the only difference that we are going to see in the National League is, are the Padres going to be the wild card team, or are the Dodgers going to be the wild card team? I think that's pretty much the only question right now when it comes to the National League postseason picture. Then looking at some of our statistical leaders, we have Aaron Judge at 322 leading the way in batting average. Jacob Wilson right behind him at 318. Bo Bichette at 311. Trey Turner at 305, Jeremy Pena at 304. In hits leaders, Bo Bichette has the lead at 181. Trey Turner has is second with 178. Bobby Witt Jr. has 160. Luis Arias has 158. Aaron Judge has 154. Home run leaders, Cal Raleigh is at 52. Kyle Schwarber's at 49. Shohei Ohtani's at 46. Aaron Judge and Eugenio Suarez both are at 43. RBI leaders, Kyle Schwarber at 119. Pete Alonso at 113. Cal Raleigh at 110, Eugenio Suarez at 106, and Riley Green at 103. When it comes to pitching leaders, Paul Skeens is absolutely the best pitcher in the major leagues. He has a 1.98 ERA. Unreal, unbelievable. I cannot believe he is that dominant this year. And it's proving that he is, without a doubt, the best in the league. Tarek Skubal is right behind him with a 2.10. Hunter Brown has a 2.25. Freddie Peralta has a 2.50. And Christopher Sanchez has a 2.60. In strikeout leaders, Tarek Skubal leads the way with 212. Garrett Crochet is second with 218. Zach Wheeler has 195. Paul Skeens has 195 as well. And Logan Webb is in fifth with 194. Wins leaders, Freddie Peralta and Carlos Rodon are tied with 16. Max Fried is 15. Garrett Crochet is 14. And Tarek Skubal's at 13. Save leaders, Carlos Estevez at 38. Robert Suarez at 36. Andres Munoz at 33. Trevor McGill at 30. And Jeff Hoffman also at 30, tied with fourth place, I think that is. Either way, great pitching all the way around, great ball players all the way around, and I'm excited to see how a lot of these guys do the rest of the way here in September. Before we get into talking about some postseason, it's going to be a great time, and I really cannot wait for it. I really can't.